Thank you, Jack. Foxes and coyotes adapting more and more to city life, but experts say seeing them in town does not mean they pose any type of threat. The Kansas Department of Parks and Wildlife is trying to find out more about these animals that have started to call Wichita home. KSN's Mally Jones has more.
The Wildlife Regional Supervisor, John Beckman, says while seeing these animals in urban areas is nothing new, they're trying to gather more data on them to figure out how they've been adapting to Wichita. The goal of their study is to collect data that could map where the animals live, find out what urban habitats they prefer, and any hotspots for interactions. That way, the Kansas Department of Parks and Wildlife can better manage the species.
These species are adapting to living in cities, and so I would say for most people enjoy the aspect of seeing wildlife in places that you may not generally expect to see them.
Kevin Hanks, one of the many Wichitans, seeing a fox in his yard for the first time.
I was like, oh wow, this is kind of cool, you know. And first I was like, what is it doing clear up in my yard, that far up in the yard? Because like I said, I've never seen one that close up in the yard anywhere. So usually, you know, you see a fox, you're driving down the highway or something, you may see one, but seeing him that close was kind of a different experience.
Another reason for the study, to determine whether technology has increased a role in reporting recent sightings.
But one of the things that's really led to the increase in the number of calls about coyotes and red fox is the advent of things like Ring doorbell cameras. And so one of the things we want to know is what's happening with our population. Is it just an increase in the reporting, or is there an increase in numbers in certain areas?
I'm seeing and hearing a lot more of it, you know, through Facebook and stuff that, you know, oh, we've seen a fox at this area, or we've seen a coyote here, and people are like, you know, you couldn't have seen, oh no, they're coming in.
Also, Beckman says drought is a factor that impacts most wildlife.
One of the things that drought can do oftentimes when they have a decreasing food supply or water supplies, that can increase their movements throughout a day or really through a season or a year.
When it comes to protecting your pets, Beckman says just make sure you don't keep your small dogs or cats outside alone in the dark when you don't have a tall fence. KDWP is asking anybody who sees one of these animals or catches it on video to submit that to them. You can do that using the link on our website, ksn.com. Here for you, Mally Jones, KSN News 3.